Hello, everyone. Today we're going to talk about why I believe every small business out there needs to have their own digital product or digital products. There's so many things that have changed since, and I'm trying to go live on Amazon today too, so we'll see how this goes. Looks like we're about to get there. First time on Amazon Live, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, when it comes to how things have shifted, pre-COVID or post-COVID, well, kind of post-COVID. Can we say we're post-COVID yet? Like, I feel like we're still like there, but a lot of things have transpired because of COVID, and knowledge and physical products, Ecomm across the board. Let's just talk about Ecomm real quick. E-commerce across the board has like blown up. And I think a lot of times people think Ecomm is strictly product related, and that is not true. So as you guys are coming in, instead of doing what we usually do, like if you've been on any of my live shows before, you know I always say, hey, where are you coming in from? How about we try something a little bit different? So can you tell me what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? Now, this could be business advice, or it could be just life advice, but a little bit different kind of opening, I think. But I'm just curious, get us going, have a little bit of fun before we get started on sharing the topic that I want to, or the ideas and concepts I have for you today. If you've never been on any of my live shows before, and you're like, who in the world is this? I want to introduce myself. My name is Kim Garst. I'm an online monetization strategist. I've owned online businesses, and been very successful with my online businesses for like 30 years now. It's hard to believe, but I was definitely a pioneer. I call myself a pioneer. That sounds better than being the dinosaur, right? But definitely a pioneer in the space. So I'm very passionate about helping other businesses learn how to increase their bottom lines. And that's why I'm talking about what we're sharing today, which is why you need a digital product. Now, I will say this so that you don't get scared. I'm not talking about like you have to have a course. All right. What we're going to talk about today is something that's small and doable, and that you can sell, that you can make money with. So I'm going to close that out real quick so I can see all your all's comments. So I want to say, BB is, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, says this too shall pass is the best business advice and life advice. I agree wholeheartedly. This too shall pass. Curious real quick, how many of you have a digital product right now? That could be a course, it could be an ebook, it could be a guide of some sort, it could be a video series. How many of you already have some sort of a digital product? I love it. So Jenny says, do it messy. Yes, that I say that all the time. And that took me a while to get there. Do it messy. So, and then let's see, Sweeten in the house. Hey, good to have you here. Best advice ever was to pause to get ready to shine. Yes, sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. And then Paul says, 10 two-letter words. If it is to be, it is up to me. Man, that is so, so true. But curious again, do you have a digital product that you, whether you're selling it or not? I know lots of times we create digital things. We'll talk about what a digital product is in more detail in a moment, because I think sometimes it gets skewed a little bit. But do you have one? Like, are you giving something away, for example? Are you charging for something specific? Just kind of trying to get clear on where everybody is. But I'm going to pull up my screen and we're going to dig into this. Screen, come up here. All right, hold on. We're going to get this right. There we go. All right. So again, the topic for today is why every business should have a mini digital product. And I'm going to just go through some of the reasons that I believe that it's so important today. But first, let's talk about what is a digital product. It's basically any product that you can sell virtually. And it is delivered in a digital format, usually via a download option. So if somebody purchases it, they can immediately download it. And so I just noticed that Camilla is saying that she's creating right now a book and book club launch, including a podcast. That sounds intriguing. Um, you go, girl. I'm excited to hear that you're doing digital products. Um, Usually a digital product is in a vehicle of, that's what I call it. It's when you're delivering a digital product, you usually have to deliver it in a format that can be consumable to your buyer or whomever is downloading it. I'm saying buyer, but technically, it could be a freebie of some sort. And these are probably the most popular formats. A PDF, everybody knows it's a universally recognized format. MP3s are like audio files. WordPress plugins are another great, or software even is depending on what your business model looks like. Videos and worksheets, things of that nature where you can templates. I'm sorry, templates, not worksheets. Templates where you can sell those and people can move forward with something physical. Even though it's digital, it's a physical thing to them that they can use. Now, my favorite form of delivering digital offers is the PDF. One, like I said, it's universally recognized, and all the other formats can technically be embedded into a PDF. So I have a course called PDF to Profit that I'm going to talk to you about in a moment. And the reason that we named it that is because your mini offer or any digital offer can be packaged into a PDF vehicle, so for delivery. So that's one of the reasons that I'm very passionate about the PDF format, because you can, if you have a video series, for example, and maybe you have text that you want to include, or maybe you have an audio file and you want all that to be in one place, one location, you can encompass all those file formats into a PDF, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so why mini digital products? And when I said mini digital product, I want to clarify that again, because this isn't about say, hey, let's spend the next 6 months trying to figure out what kind of physical course that you could develop that you could sell. I know a lot of people go there first, but I feel like if you don't have your own mini digital product, then courses can be way overwhelming out the gate. So many digital products are super inexpensive to create. They are incredibly high margin, when it comes to your profit, because once you create it, you can sell it over and over again, and it becomes or give it away if you end up wanting to do that too. But this is about profit. So I want to talk about how you can make money with this. They're easy to deliver and they can be automated. So we're going to talk about what that means from an income perspective a little further into today's training. But there's no inventory to manage. So your garage is not stocked full of, physical products that you have to, ship and mail. And they're easy to create. Super easy to create. There's really no reason today, with all the resources that are at our fingertips, that anyone has to be left out of the mini digital product space. Each and every one of you can absolutely create a mini digital product. Probably, I would say, depending on again, if you are, if you know what you're creating, you could literally create something very quickly. A day, 2 days max. In some cases, even faster than that. But I want to key in on, we talked about this kind of at the beginning, where we were talking about the fact that Ecomm has just blown up over the course of the last probably 2 years max. But e-learning has been a huge piece of the commerce space even before COVID, but it really took off. And I think this is a really interesting stat. And I just saw this just a couple of days ago, where COVID 2x the growth of Ecomm, just simply because more and more people were online, more and more people were seeing the possibilities, more and more people were looking for knowledge, more and more people were looking for physical products, more and more people were shopping and spending money, essentially. And that can only be a benefit to us as business owners if we have something that people are willing to spend their money on, right? But this is the other interesting thing that I think we need to understand. Ecom, or the whole e-learning space in particular, and specifically e-learning, is expected to grow to $374 billion by 2026, y'all. So think about that. Do you want a slice of that or not? I want to bust a couple of myths, because I know that some pros out there will tell you that you shouldn't have low cost offers. Many digital products will attract the wrong person if you're trying to sell higher ticket items. In my humble opinion and experience, I believe I understand where they're coming from. I do. And I'm not dissing on somebody who teaches that. But I just feel like that there is a lot of people out there who, for a variety of reasons, are not ready yet. And specifically people that don't know, like, and trust us yet. Getting them to spend, thousands of dollars. And when I say high ticket item, I'm thinking 2,000 to 5,000 or over that. Getting somebody to spend that kind of money with us out the gate is very difficult to do. So I'm personally of the opinion that having small, low ticket items that are going to, basically pre-qualify, which is what I want to talk to you about next, is they help us pre-qualify our customers. So if we solve one small problem that leads to other things that we sell, then they're going to be like, okay, I spent this amount of money. I spent less than $50 and I got all this value. What else can I buy from this person? So I'm, again, of the opinion that these small nuggets of knowledge or transformation for our customers gives us a leg up. And it gets them in our ecosystem. But a mini digital product puts you on the road. We're talking about the bigger money. But there's two scenarios I'd like to talk about right quick. There's people who already have an established business, but no digital products yet. So they may be trading time for money. And I'm going to dig into that just a little bit more in a sec. But there's also people who are just getting started, and they don't have communities. They don't have social media presences. And they may not have a very robust business model yet. So if that's you, a digital product will get you started, but you still are going to need a higher ticket priced product or service in order to get to the bigger money. So for those of you who might have more established businesses, you may already have those higher ticket items, but you don't have lower ticket items to attract people to you. So that's why I feel like there's an opportunity in both scenarios for the beginners and those that are more established to really take advantage of a small digital product. So a mini digital product, basically, not only does it pre-qualify our person, but it also helps monetize those that aren't ready for the expensive stuff. So how many of you have ever gone to somebody's webpage and you follow the link on social media, for example, you go to their page and they're selling something that's $2,000. And you don't really know them. You're like, is this person really going to deliver what they're telling me they're going to deliver? More than likely, most of us are probably not ready to get out our credit card and plop it down and say, okay, I trust this person. Most of the time it takes something else. It takes some nurturing. It takes somebody telling about this person for us to trust them enough to spend that kind of money. So if that person, it could be you in that instance, isn't ready yet to spend the big money, but they see something that intrigues them that's going to solve a problem for them, they'll be like, okay, I'm willing to spend a little bit of money just to test this out, just to test this person out to see if they're going to be able to help me. And again, it's not that big of a risk if you're spending less than $50 versus spending $2,000. You see the difference? And I don't know about you, but I've certainly spent stuff on low ticket items just to see if a person is going to be helpful for me. Do they actually know enough to be the person that's going to help me with the bigger transformations? So again, this is an opportunity to win with people that aren't ready yet. Otherwise, those people are going to vamoose and you may never ever see them again. You don't get them on your list as a buyer. You don't get them on your list in any capacity for you to continue to nurture them and ultimately, build out that know, like, and trust factor so that they will, in the end, spend more money with you. So again, small digital products are a great opportunity for us. And then many digital products are help us get our person to spend the first dollar with us. I don't know if you know this or not, but getting people to spend their first dollar with you is like a major hump. Have you ever been driving down the road, like in a neighborhood, and you have all the little speed bumps, right? And every once in a while, you'll hit like a major one. You're like, okay, that was a major speed bump. Well, that's basically what it is like when you're trying to get somebody to spend their first dollar with you. If they don't know you, if they don't have a trust factor with you yet, then they hit that speed bump, which is price, or usually it's price, and they're like, okay, yep, out of here. Versus something that's low cost, that doesn't seem, it's going to promises a transformation that they want, that they're looking for. It's going to solve a problem for them, but they don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. Now, this is a benefit for you and them because you get them to spend that first dollar with you. And as long as you deliver good stuff, like they're like wowed with that first purchase, you personally stand to create additional sales with them at a much higher percentage of opportunity, if you will, than if they leave and potentially never come your way again, right? But many digital products are also scalable. So I shared before about service-based business owners. So if you're a service-based business owner, you only have so much time. You're trading time for money. So if you're a business coach, you can only handle so many, coaching calls a day. If you are a web designer or a graphic artist, or anybody that's providing a specific service, you can only spend so much time doing what it is that you do for your customers, right? And it's not scalable. The only way really to scale a business that is service-based is to work more hours. And again, you're going to burn out at some point, or you have to enlarge your team, so you have more people working to help additional clients and customers. Now, there's nothing wrong with that business model. I've done it myself. I've had agencies. In fact, we have a small boutique agency now, but it's not scalable long term. So anybody that's in the service-based industry, I would love to encourage you to create some digital products. I'll share a quick story with you. When I started down this road of learning, stopping trading time for money, and then learning the whole, digital product space, and trying to figure out how I was going to package up my knowledge and sell it. That was one, a learning curve. And two, what I found was that it saved my bacon so many times when it came to what I would call spurts in my business where I didn't have as much time. I couldn't, devote any more time to, influencer gigs, or spending time with customers, consulting with them, or, doing some, marketing, call it CMO marketing opportunities where, they hire me for a certain amount of time. But again, my time is not scalable. I can't scale those things. But when that time was constricted for a variety of things, like my mom, when she was sick, and we lost her about 5 years ago, but when she was sick, I wanted to spend more time with her, obviously. And if it hadn't been for the fact that I had, digital products in place that I can market, I would have had a really, really rough financial year, or actually 3, from the time she found out she had brain cancer till the time that she passed. So that would have been a very rough 3 years financially for me if I hadn't had digital products. And trust me, life is going to come around, y'all. There's not always time for us. To trade more of it for money. So having digital products can really give you what a lot of us are looking for when we start a business: time and financial freedom, right? So I'm just planting that seed a little bit for you. And that leads me to the next thing. How many want passive income? Like, right? Raise your hand. Like, I want to know, who wants passive income? I have heard this term so often in my 30 years of being online. And, I guess it was probably several years ago. I was at an event, and Gary Vaynerchuk was one of the keynote speakers. And somebody asked, he did a Q&A, and somebody asked, well, how do you get passive income? I really don't want to work. I just want passive income. And OMG, well, if you know Gary V, his response was colorful. He just told the guy, basically, well, if you don't want to work, and, you just want passive income, well, hit the dusty, because it doesn't happen that way. He said it a lot more colorfully, but his point was this, and I love that passive income is a reality. I'm not saying it's not. It is a reality, but you have to do the work first. But the beautiful part about digital products is that you can do the work one time, and you can benefit from it over and over and over again. So, whether it's doing affiliate marketing, or whether it's doing passive revenue, digital products where you're, putting those things out into the interwebs, and people see it and purchase from you each and every day. How many would like to wake up every morning with PayPal notifications that somebody has purchased your guide, or your ebook, or your template series, or your video series? How many would love that? Like, right? Because once you've created it, it's an income opportunity for you. And then you just have to marry it up. You have to put it in front of people. And that can be done with some very clever automations. But again, it gives us that time and financial freedom that we're all looking for, and yet so often don't achieve. So many digital products also help us leverage our ad spend. So I want to dig into this just a little bit more, because for those that are, again, I talked about this before about, there's 2 basic types of business owners. There's those who are just getting started, or who haven't monetized their business to the degree that they want to. And then there's the more established business owner. But regardless of whether you're either of those scenarios, there is a way to speed up your financial goals. That's a way, and that's through ad spend. Now, that could be Facebook ads, that could be Pinterest ads, that could be Google ads. I'm going to focus in on primarily Facebook ads, just talk about that, because essentially all ad platforms can be leveraged in the same way. But traditionally, the way we have been taught, and you may have heard this model before, where, you spend a little money on Facebook ads, and you put your freebie out there, right? Where you just giving people something for free. And if you and they sign up for your freebie, and you get an email address, right? But enter the problem. Most don't have the next piece in place. They don't have a sales funnel. So as soon as somebody says yes to their freebie, they don't have the next piece in place so that they can start monetizing that new lead immediately. Or worse, I've seen this quite frequently, they don't have an email sequence in place, or a nurture sequence in place to nurture that new lead to get them to a place where they're ready to purchase from them. Or worse yet, they ignore that person. They get their freebie and then they never hear from the person who created that freebie again because there's nothing in place really. You haven't got those things in lined up for you, right? So those are kind of the common, and there's some other scenarios where the person, the new lead that you bring into your business through a freebie and spending money where you're paying to get your list built out, right? So that's one scenario. But this is another, and this is where I'm going to challenge you to think bigger here. You can build a list of freebie seekers and spend money, or in my opinion, you can do this a little bit smarter. You can sell something that's low cost, a mini digital product, and spend the same amount of money, but you're making money at the same time. So the benefit of that is you're basically getting your ad spend negated, or getting it to a place where it's not so expensive to acquire a new customer. And you are also getting a buyer on your list versus a freebie seeker. Now, there's nothing wrong with giving away freebies. I'm not saying there is always a place and a room for that, but I do believe you need to be prepared for that person when you bring them into your business. You need a nurture sequence. You need the things that are in place. But if somebody spends money with you, now you have an opportunity. Again, they're on your list. They've spent some money with you. So they've spent the first dollar with you. And the opportunity for them to spend more money with you is going to be greater than somebody who just said, hey, here's my email address for something free. Do you all agree that that makes sense? Well, I'm going to tell you, it not only does it make sense, but it also works. So if you go, in fact, I bet you if you did this, and I'm going to challenge you to do this when we get through today, if you're still here and you're like, okay, I think she might be right, go to your newsfeed, your Facebook newsfeed, and just scroll down and look at some of the ads that are in your feed. I would be willing to bet you that you will find that many of the ads that you find in your feed are not necessarily free things. They're low cost things. They're things that are like $27 or $37 or $47. Things that people are willing to spend a little bit of money with, even if they don't know, like, and trust us. And the same for you. If you're looking at your ads and you're like, wow, like that offer seems like something I really need or would want. And you go look at it and it's $27 and you're like, okay, I don't really know this person, but $27, I'm okay with like risking that. I'm not spending $2,000. I'm spending just a little bit of money and I'm willing to do that. So many digital products are a really great way to, leverage money spent if you're going to spend money on ads. They're also a really great way to test your digital products. Hint, hint. Just another little give there. Now, I want to share, we're going to be doing a whole series this week on digital products. But I'm also, it's self-serving a little bit here because I am getting ready to open the doors. In fact, we are opening the doors to my PDF to Profit training. Again, we haven't done this in almost a year, but we had such phenomenal success with the students that I'm going to do it again. And I'm excited about opening the doors again. Basically, it's all about creating and selling your first or next mini digital product in 7 days or less. So we go through the process, and this is all done live, by the way. So you come to class, you go through the training, and we have some get her done days. So like if you need a couple of days to get stuff done in the in-between. But the point is, when you leave the class, you're going to actually have your digital product ready to sell, and potentially even sell it within those 7 days. So if you're interested in learning how to do this, if I've convinced you that you need a digital product, then definitely check it out at kimgarris.com/join PDF to Profit. We have had such great success from some of our other students. And we did a whole series of these when COVID hit. So I did a PDF to Profit. I have VSL to Profit, a whole series of to Profit courses in the order that, you would need them essentially. So again, if you would like to create your next digital product in 7 days or less, just check it out. I would love, love, love to work with you and get your digital product out the door. So did we have any questions? I know I went through that quite fast, but oh, hey Barb, so glad to see you, girl, and watch it on YouTube. So I'm just curious, you're gonna have to let me know. Are you creating content for YouTube? I'd love to talk to you if you are. All right. I'm just checking to see if there's questions. So BB is saying, I do live info sessions for free to interest my product customers. And technically there's nothing wrong with that, BB, but you could also package those. I mean, that's value-based content. You could also package those and create an offer that people would be willing to pay for. Coming soon. All right, girl. So I am so intrigued by YouTube. We're trying so hard to figure out some things to do over there. We got some plans, but we're still working it. So I'm glad to see you're doing it too. All right. Is there any other questions? I am excited about the opportunity that digital products bring to all of us. And, like I said, there's so many ways that you can create products. And the interesting part is you don't necessarily even have to have your own community. Like you can put these things on Amazon or Etsy or other places to where you can be found and people can purchase from you. Oh, okay. Barbara's saying she's combining YouTube with Amazon Live. Well, today is my first time trying Amazon Live, Barb. So I'm not even sure if I'm live over there, but I am. We're going to find out, I guess. I don't even know. Like I said, it's my first time on Amazon Live. So, oh, Nancy. So Nancy says, I finally launched my first online course this year. Good. Now, my challenge to you, Nancy, would be to create something small that leads up to your big course, so that for people who are not ready yet to spend the money for your bigger course, but they need a piece of it that you could intrigue them with, that you can hook them with. Basically, that's what a mini offer is, a mini digital offer. So Linda says, I'm a jewelry designer. What type of mini digital products are you talking about? Well, it could be anything. Like when it comes to, since you've got a physical product, Linda, it could be a combination. Meaning, what would entice people? I use this example quite frequently because it's a physical product. But let's say, for example, and I'll use a slightly different niche, but the concept will maybe hold for you. Let's say you sell a weight loss supplement and you want to sell it for $39.97, but somebody else is already selling it on Amazon for $19.97. So how can you get your person to buy from you versus buying from Amazon, right? So you have to add some value to it. So, you would maybe a weight loss calculator or a list of recipes, something that's going to add value to your person. It could be free shipping. It could be, it's like going to it's like going to McDonald's and ordering everything separately or ordering a combo meal, right? It's that concept where you have to make what you sell more attractive at a better price point, essentially, or not necessarily a better price point, but at a price point that people don't feel like they're risking a lot of money to be able to buy something from you. All right. And so, yes, so Etsy is awesome for digital products. Yes, I do too. And you can get lots of ideas there too, by the way. I'm always searching on Etsy to see what other people are doing, whether it's a physical product or like, if you're selling, like technically you can even sell physical products as well with little to no effort these days. Um, BB is asking, I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Can I do it a different week as I'm in another convention online that week? Everything is recorded. It is recorded live. So the course is live. We have, I call it come to class. It is a little bit different in that connotation from just buying a course and just digging into it yourself. And I think that's one of the reasons we've had such success with the students is because it's live, it's in real time. Everybody comes to class, they get to hear the questions, they get answers, all the stuff. But if you want to tune in later, all the content is recorded. You have access to everything. Yeah. All right. So Rhonda answered the question too. Oh, so do you have to have, this is such a great question. So Nancy's asking, do you have to have an Amazon product to go live on Amazon? No, girl, no. So if you check it out over on Amazon, I don't know how you find me on Amazon right now, because this is the first time I've done this, or I would tell you like what the link is. But I listed some of the things that I recommend under my video. I just pulled some stuff up because I just want to see if this is going to work, honestly. But my intention is long term, like I'm in the middle of putting a lot of digital products, getting them formatted and stuff, when I'm going to put them on Amazon. And then I'll list all of those under my videos. But anything that Amazon sells that you would like to recommend, you can put it directly under your videos. So my friend Jeff C., I don't know if you know Jeff or not, but Jeff has been doing this for a couple of months now, where he broadcasts his live show on Amazon while, and all the other platforms as well. And he's been generating, roughly, and it's not huge money yet, but it'll add up. It'll continue to grow, I'm sure. But he's generating, $500 to $700 a month from affiliate sales from his live show, which I think is pretty intriguing. It proves the concept that it's going to work, right? All right. Definitely check out Amazon because it's another opportunity. So right now I'm using Restream. I love the opportunity to be able to go live in multiple places. So I'm live on YouTube, Facebook, a couple of Facebook groups, Twitter. I have to say Twitter instead of Periscope. And let's see, is that it? All the places plus Amazon Live right now. Yes, definitely. And it's very easy to set up, Nancy. And like I say, I just did it. Once I set it up the one time, now I can literally go live on Amazon using Restream at any point. Yeah. You might want to check out, I'm just hint, Nancy, you might want to check out Restream. Because in the near future, they are releasing something like at the end of the month that is going to be a total game changer and a very big differentiator from other tools. So just planting the seed there, giving you a little sneak peek into, just giving you a little hint that something big's coming. All right. Hopefully this is convinced you need a digital product, guys. And I'd love to have you in the course. I'm going to be going live again on Thursday. We're going to be talking about some more digital product stuff. So come back and join me at 3 on Thursday. I'm going to be doing a whole series of these essentially so that you can learn and figure out if this is for you or not. But I hope that you will check it out. And more importantly, I hope that you will commit to doing this for you and your business, because it is a great way to add additional revenue stream to your business. All right. You guys take care of yourselves. Stay safe. God bless. And I'll see you on Thursday.